Believe it or not, this little bottle here contains perhaps the most expensive wood finish in my whole shop. Don't be fooled by the price tag. It may have been $5.99 when I bought it 15 years ago, but here's how much it costs now. $150 for an 8-ounce bottle. That has to be some expensive tongues. The truth is, they just don't make it anymore, and whatever little bit remains is being sold at inflated prices. I don't know if people are actually paying that. I hope not, because this stuff is not what most people think it is. In fact, many of the natural oil finishes that are favored by millions of woodworkers are little more than ordinary ingredients that are made to seem extraordinary through slick marketing. Well, today I'm going to expose the oily underbelly of the wood finishing world. I'll cut through the hype and I'll give you the knowledge you need to choose the perfect oil finish without spending up to $20 an ounce on marketing hype. Here I have 4 examples of the types of natural oil finishes that millions of woodworkers use. It is my opinion that every one of these cans is labeled in a way that can make you think you are buying more than you're actually getting. Not that they're straight up lying to you. They choose their words carefully. They even add some fine print on the back of the can sometimes. But most people don't understand what those carefully worded labels actually mean. Let's take the Formbees, for example. My grandfather swore by this stuff, and so did generations of other woodworkers. I can't count how many times I've heard someone say, if you want a good finish, forget that polyurethane junk. Get yourself a can of this tung oil. But the thing is, this is not tung oil. I mean, there's some tung oil in it, but I bet it's not much. This is tung oil. It's thick, like a syrup. This, thin like water. That's your first clue that you may not be getting what you think you're getting. Usually, the thinner an oil-based finish is, the more it has been diluted by solvents like mineral spirits, which may help it soak into the wood more quickly, may help you to wipe it on easier, but then all that money just evaporates into the air. The second clue something may be up in this can is found in the fine print. This says it's a high-quality varnish made from a blend of tung oil and other penetrating oils. It's interesting that they have this fancy blend of oils, but they only name one of them, the tung oil. Why do you think that is? Well, I'll bet it's because the rest of it is run-of-the-mill boiled linseed oil, and that just doesn't have the same exotic sound to it as tung oil. You know what also doesn't have an exotic sound to it? Polyurethane. But guess what's in this? I mean, the can doesn't say it's got polyurethane in it, but this is definitely wiping varnish, and these tung oil finishes almost always contain polyurethane. That's right, my grandfather, who turned his nose up at poly in favor of tung oil, never even knew that he was probably just using polyurethane mixed with a little tung oil and a lot of cheap solvent that was slickly marketed to him by putting on the front of the can what was in reality one of the least ingredients in the can. Sure, they cover their butts by calling it a tung oil finish, but this is just fancy wiping varnish. If that's what you want, stick around. In a couple minutes, I'm going to tell you how to make all the stuff you want for a lot less than $150 a bottle. But first, let's talk about Danish oil, or its closely related cousin, teak oil. Again, there's a clue right on the front of the can. This one here says Danish oil finish. In fact, pure Danish oil doesn't exist. I don't know where they would get it. Squeeze it out of Danishes? This is just a marketing term, wholly made up by the finishing industry to make you think there's something special in this can. Do you know what's really in this can? Polyurethane, maybe a little natural oil, and a lot of cheap solvent. Sometimes the can will admit that if you look closely. Other times it's a little harder to find. But if it says finish as part of the name, you can bet it's a blend of lesser ingredients than the name may imply. Like Kraft singles are processed cheese food, not cheese. Here's another one. This one even says tung oil in big, bold letters. So that's what's in it, right? It's a big can of tung oil. Not so fast. They aren't calling this tung oil finish. They're being a little more subtle, but they do throw in that one-step finish as a qualifier. I could tell as soon as I picked this can up, it's too watery to be pure tung oil. There's a fair amount of solvent in this can. That's probably what they mean by one-step finish. You see, some folks actually dilute pure tung oil to make it thinner and help it to penetrate deeply into the wood. So evidently, these folks are just trying to save us that extra step. Well, thanks. Except a quart of this costs about the same amount as a quart of pure tung oil. And how much oil is actually in this can? Well, it doesn't say on the label, but if I did some digging and I found their material safety data sheet said it could be as little as 10% tung oil. The rest, inexpensive solvents and who knows what else, because these numbers don't add up to 100. I'm not saying diluting tung oil for you and selling it that way is a bad thing. I'm just saying you have to know what you're paying for. Wipe-on poly is a similar scam in my opinion. Maybe scam is too harsh a word. They aren't lying to you. They're just charging you more money for half the finish. Here's a quart of wipe-on poly. It costs $20 and it says it covers up to 75 square feet. Here's a quart of regular polyurethane. It costs $17 and it covers up to 150 square feet. Twice the coverage for less money. Now, both cans contain solvents as thinners, but based on the coverage claims, the wipe-on poly is most likely equivalent to half a can of regular poly, and the rest is just more inexpensive solvent. How inexpensive is solvent? Well, here's a gallon of mineral spirits for 16 bucks, which comes out to about 4 bucks a quart. That is way cheaper than the poly that they take out of the can for you. So now I'm going to save you some money. If you want wiping poly, and I like to use wiping poly, just buy regular poly, dump half of it into another container, and add an equal amount of a solvent, like mineral spirits or whatever you can get in your area, and you'll pay around half as much per quart compared to the ready-made stuff. Likewise, if you want a thinner tung oil, buy a quart of pure tung oil. Look for the word pure on the label. Mix that 50-50 with solvent, more if you prefer it even thinner, and it's going to cost you a fraction of the price. If you want a Danish oil finish or a tung oil blend finish, something that gives you extra protection as compared to just tung oil, well, then mix equal amounts of pure oil, polyurethane, and solvent together, and you'll get essentially the same thing. You can even then play with that mixture until you get the perfect finish for your needs. For example, if you want more protection, use more poly and less oil in your mix. If you want the finish to wipe on easier and dry faster, add some more solvent. If you want to brush it on so it'll build up quicker with fewer coats, use less solvent. You don't need these brands to do you any expensive favors, unless you just like paying more money for the added convenience of having it ready to go in the can off the shelf. I suppose there's something to be said about that too. Oh, one more thing. It's just a couple of cuts. Your ears will be fine, right? They will be if you have your IsoTunes Bluetooth earbuds in, because you'd already have your ANSI certified hearing protection on because you're listening to your favorite music and podcasts. And you're supporting a small family business at the same time. Please use the link below this video to learn more and to show them you support what we do as well.